Goodest of mornings, and hellest of lows. It's nice to see you. You know me as Rose. I am back to play this game. It may be re-downloading, may take a while. Gives me time to talk, my favorite thing to do. I woke up and my face, one of my cheeks was a little swollen, and I am sad because I have a pimple there, and it is totally my fault that it's swollen. But like, I don't want to put ice on it because my arm gets tired, so it's just there. So my sight is a bit messed up, but that's fine. That's totally fine. It's okay. It's fine. Anyways, damn it. Unpause. Okay. Don't mind that. I had to fix the audio. I forgot to mention this last time, but this is made by NomnomNami on itch.io. Please check it out. It is really, really cool, as you can see. Also, I can't do anything about the watermark from Filmora. I am broke, and this is my editing software. Thou shalt yield thine ADHD, which I also have. Don't mind that. I'm tired. Let's go. I'm starting it from here. The door opens, and the mouse enters the room. I did not like the voice I had for Pete last time, so I am changing that shit. Let us go. We can pay. Do you understand? Pete speaks quickly, in a demanding tone, but the mouse ignores her, as expected. Hold on, let me get my glasses so I can see what I'm reading. A very intelligent thing to do. Super duper smart. What is it you want? Food? Wealth? I won't be made into a ritual sacrifice. We can make this worth your while. The mouse kneels before the witch and holds the knife to her skin. Pete flails in panic, knocking the knife from her hands. It slides across the floor towards the drain, but it doesn't fall in. Oops. The mouse calmly collects her knife. You're silent, thinking desperately of a way to delay her further. Loan to me all about how you butchered that rat. You collected his meat. For what? Are you cannibals? Or do you toss their remains into a pit to appease your god? You fucking savages! She falls over to where Moss once sat, flailing dangerously again, as the mouse takes slow steps towards her. An idea comes to mind. Oh, shit! Okay. I don't know what our character is named, but I am Billy now. Billy's fucking cool. Well, not really, but like, Billy is definitely me first for this. You swallow hard before asking. Would you like some help again? Pete stops flailing all at once. You can feel both of them staring at you, but your eyes are fixed on the captor's mask. The mouse nods. Okay. Oh my god. Holy shit, dude. It's not that, but like, goddamn. Pete refuses to speak to you. You tried to explain that only held her... that I can read, like I said last time. It is a fact that is not well known, but it is true. I just have to prove it. You tried to explain that you only held her down like that as part of your ploy to earn the mouse's trust. And you got results. You convinced her that she didn't need to trouble herself with tying ropes around your whole body. So today, it's just your hands that are tied. You've been able to pace about the room, which feels much better than sitting on the hard floor. Your odds of survival are slowly increasing. You don't worry about Pete's blood spilling down the drain. She's weakened, but still alive, The cut was far from fatal. Talk to Pete. You didn't need to call them savages, you know. Pete gives you a silent glare. It's offensive. If they were city mice, you'd call them murderers, right? So just say murderers. Loam. You are, for once, relieved to hear her voice. Yes? Oh, is that my character's name? Loam? Okay, these names are very... names. No judgment. They are names. I do not need your lecture or political correctness when I am bleeding out because of you. You purse your lips. Sorry. Search the room. Though you can't do much with your hands tied behind your back, you were able to confirm a few things about this room. 1. There is no way out. The door is locked, the small window in the upper center of it is barred, and there doesn't seem to be any other exit. 2. The pile of things next to the table does indeed contain your belongings. You thought as much as... I can read. You thought as much on the first day you woke up here. And you're happy to learn that they weren't thrown out or being stored somewhere you wouldn't be able to recover them. You weren't able to open your bag on your own. You're too afraid to move anything too far out of its place anyway. If only your hands were untied, you could dig through your belongings to find something sharp enough to use as, well, a means of escape. Either to untie Pete or as a weapon you hopefully wouldn't have to use on a living person. Respectfully, in this situation, I'm probably stabbing the young mouse. I know it's very sad. Boo-hoo-ah. But, like, that's your way out. You rack your brain, trying to figure out your next move. But it's hard to think on an empty stomach. You've been running on adrenaline these past few days, and your nerves are completely shot. You were, at the very least, given some water yesterday. Both you and Pete. They seem to want to keep you alive for a little longer. But you aren't sure exactly why, or for how long. Maybe you'll be able to get some answers today? You decide to make that your goal. The little mouse returns. You move back to your place next to Pete in a show of cooperation. When she kneels down and draws her knife, Pete interjects with a level of composure you're shocked to hear from someone crumpled, bound, and bleeding on the floor. Mouse, you should be cutting him instead. I'm a man? Damn. Worst discovery out of all of this. Absolutely the worst. Totally the worst. No hate to any men, but I am a woman. I'm a lesbian. Lesbabin. Don't mind me while I drink my peppers. You almost can't believe your ears. How does she expect to have any chance of escaping with you both weak from blood loss? Why me? The mouse pauses to hear her out. You want to cry. He's trying to trick you. He's gaining your trust little by little before taking that knife from you and you're almost relieved when your little mouse friend brings the blade down and pierces her flesh. You feel awful about it, but it spares you another day. Can I ask you a question? The mouse cleans the blade against a cloth as she always does. We're not supposed to talk. I just wanted to know your name. Hearing her call you Mouse, I felt sad that I didn't know your name. I mean, like, I did name the character Billy before finding out the name was Liam? I can't remember. She tilts her head at you as Pete continuously mutters swears under her breath. I should introduce myself first, shouldn't I? My name is Loam. The game heard me. I shall know him as Loam. Excuse me.
Loam, I'm sorry. I don't have a name I can share.
She's unnamed? Goddamn. She stands to leave. Is there something I can call you? Something other than Mouse? Pete moans in agony, but you don't let her distract you. You need to keep building trust, or else you'll both be killed. The mouse stares at you for a long while before turning away.
I don't know.
She opens the door, letting in the roar of heavy rainfall. I'll think of something for you. You yell after her as the door closes. You hope she thinks about it too. Day 5. Nice. Pete isn't speaking to you again, but this time it's because she hasn't seemed to regain consciousness. Her body is alarmingly cold, but you think she still has a pulse. She isn't dead just yet. But you don't think you'll be able to escape with her anymore. You weren't counting on it to begin with, but it would have been nice not to be alone. You sigh. Your stomach is tearing itself apart with hunger. Stretch my legs. You begin pacing around the room. You can't let your muscles atrophy before you can make a run for it. There isn't much space to walk around, though, and the more you move, the hungrier you feel. You look down at Pete. Her eyes are still closed. She almost looks peaceful. I don't need to talk to her. A name for a faceless mouse. No, she isn't faceless. Only masked. The group she's working for, the ones that tell her not to talk to you, the ones keeping her nameless and anonymized. I hope I said that word right. The group is keeping her personhood from you. Keeping her personhood from her. By giving her a name, you can work toward removing that mask. The door opens again. Each time it does, you brace yourself for a new mouse, a stranger to walk through that door. You brace yourself for your strategy to be completely overturned, for your progress to be reset, and to feel overcome with despair. Despair! As the stranger drives their blade deep into your flesh, to be cut into pieces, bones discarded and carried out in metal pails, just like moss. But you can tell it's her again today. The mouse who will help you escape from this place. I feel like Loam is a bit too confident. I mean, like, he's very self-centered, first off. Secondly, he is very confident that everything he's going to do is going to work. Even though he literally just said to us that he is doubtful. I don't think he's, like, fully doubtful. He's just expecting it just in case. I know how he's thinking. Her hood and boots are drenched with rain. She doesn't bother to shake any of it off. I'm thinking that this is like a lone building. There's nothing connected to it, you know? Instead, she looks right at you and makes a small sound, like she's smiling under the mask. It's how you want to be greeted. So it's what you imagine that sound must have meant. You smile back. Forgive me for speaking, but I've still been thinking about what to call you. I don't know what kinds of things you like, so, I mean, if I give you a name, I think it would be something you like. So, what do you do?
I do have a name.
You pause, blinking twice. Yesterday you said you didn't, so I... Sorry, to have jumped to conclusions. The mouse kneels down in front of Pete and draws her knife.
I can't share it. We're all given sacred names by the highest power.
She makes her incision. You don't watch the blood leak from Pete's arm. You can only look at the mask.
We're not supposed to share our sacred names. But I think it's okay if I tell you what my name means. And you can call me something based on that. Does that work?
Don't mind me. She's making concessions to you. That's the word? Sure. You're compromising. It's something small and trivial, but she's willing to negotiate with you. Which means you still have a chance of negotiating your freedom. What does your sacred name mean?
Water from heavens, where the highest power lives.
Rain. Your name's Rain. Her name is Rain.
I'm proud of my name, so you will call me something like that. So if you call me something like that, I'll be happy.
She wipes her knife. Pete is still. Yeah, Pete is dead. Think of a name. Trying to think feels like wading through a deep pit of mud, but you finally land on something. Oh, that's so cute! Oh my god! Little raindrop. The mouse doesn't react, so you rush to explain. It's not a name, but a term of endearment, like sweetheart or pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
My grandmother used to call me that, back when I was a little tyke. You don't think about the ways Pete reminds you of your late grandmother. How old are you, little raindrop? She thinks for a moment.
16.
16? Girl, you look 5. Okay, too young, I guess. My god. She looks like she's fucking 5. She's too young. She's far too young to be taking lives like this. Though you realize it's likely because she's so young that this group has been able to mold her into a killer. The mouse turns her attention back to the witch lying still on the floor beside you.
You mean dead?
Yeah, man in the back, I agree with you.
It's hard to tell when a witch's heart has stopped beating. Can you help me again?
You swallow hard and turn your head to finally face what's become of Pete. Do we get to see? Sure. I don't know if we're gonna get to see. We're gonna get to see! Aww. Don't mind my need for gore. They said there was gore. Maybe it's descriptive gore. You sit on the blood-soaked floor, with ropes tied loosely around your body. Though not so loose that you could shuffle your way out of them. The other mice had apparently scolded the little raindrop for leaving you unbound. It wasn't proper. Why did she tell them? Maybe she trusts them, that's why. She told you the highest power will be displeased, and that she had no choice but to tie you up like before. Your eyelids are heavy. You feel hollow.
Maybe because you're helping murder.
I agree, guy in the back. Who are you?
Don't mind me, I'm just here.
Okay. I think, this is a lie. Oh, I clicked it. Oopsies. Somehow you ended up making negative progress. Obviously. She told you the highest power would be displeased. The adults of this are clearly like, of course we gotta tie him down. If he's able to get up, he's gonna do some shit. You know, today you're all alone. Think of what happened yesterday. After confirming Pete's death, obviously. After you laid your hand on her chest, remembering the first time you heard her faint heartbeat, despite the pounding of your own, you listened for that sound as hard as you could. But it wasn't there. You felt like your heart might drop too. Instead, it continued beating. This pulsing inside your ribcage that you usually never paid any mind to. You curse it for its diligence. Pete's body was dissected by the same as Ma's. But you didn't only watch this time. The raindrop chatted to you like as she went about her business. The conversation took your mind off the things she asked you to do. Her commands you obeyed without much hesitation. You're out of your mind. But everything you've been doing, all your efforts, everything you've done is in order for you to escape and survive this ordeal. You have to survive this. We could try to free myself. We could. And we will. You squirm lazily in place on the floor. But the ropes don't give an inch. You want to cry, but you're already dehydrated. You want to go home, but you can't leave this room. You want to die, but only if it will be painless. You don't want to bleed like Moss and Pete did. You don't want to be reduced to chunks of meat and forgotten. It's late when the mouse arrives. So late that you almost believed she wouldn't come today. Your raindrop.
Hello?
The candlelight reflects off her mask. A terrifying figure. You smile weakly.
I'm here because I was able to sneak away some leftovers.
Food? She brought you food. She's still on your side. Your little raindrop from the heavens. She came here because she didn't want you to starve. Is it really okay if you're giving me food? I hope you've already eaten your fill. She kneels down in front of you, presenting a bowl of stew.
We're having 3 feasts in a row, so I don't mind sharing some.
Thank you, little raindrop. Another sound comes from behind the mask, as if she's smiling at you again. You want to believe that.
I can't untie you, so I'll feed you myself.
She holds up a spoonful of the dark stew. Your eyes linger on the chunks of meat. It's Pete. Pete's in there. You're already committed, buddy! But I'm going to end this here. Don't know how much longer we have. And if it's like a few sentences, yeah, whatever. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. You know, we'll be okay. So I hope you enjoyed. This was very, very, very fun. Again, obviously. And, well, you know, honestly, it's just...
Rose.
Yes, Milo.
It's time.
Well, I shall see you again. I hope you enjoyed. As you know, I am Rose. And you can find me, if you can, out there. You will find me. Even if you don't want to. You won't expect it, but you will find me. Have a lovely day!
Dude, this is not a dream. I am here inside the cream of cheese. Yes, it's Jeremy Jordan. And dude, show a little self-control. I am also in your Super Bowl. It's your buddy Double J.